Okay, fellas, got some learning to do here on how to track down a constant drain, or better known as a power parasite, in your vehicle. Okay, how many of you guys have got a car you go to, maybe you don't drive it every day, maybe if you let it sit for more than 2 or 3 days, the battery actually goes dead, and you think, it's my battery, there's something wrong with the battery. Well, it could be the battery, it might not be. And maybe you think it's not the battery, maybe you think it's the alternator. Might not be either one. So, say an older car you have has a power drain on it. Like I said, if you let it sit for 2 or 3 days, the battery's completely dead. You've put a new battery in it. You've checked the alternator. You've actually taken the other battery, the old one, before you replaced the new one, had it tested down at AutoZone, and it tested fine. You're like, oh, damn, I got the new battery, and I just might as well keep it. People, how many of you guys have parked the car or sold it or gotten rid of it because you couldn't figure out the power drain to it? It's got a constant draw on it. Maybe you think that the trunk light's staying on. Maybe one of the dome lights staying on when you can't see it. The glove box light. Who knows? It's probably not a light, guys. It could be something electronic. It could be the ECM. It could be something in the radio. Maybe it's a constant draw because you've got a seam connection that goes from the body to the door to the switch panel or something like that. You know what? And you may never be able to track it down that way. This will help you get a huge, major jump on figuring out where to look. Now, they make this device here. This you can get on Amazon or eBay. It is a current tester. It tests, see if you've got any current going through a fuse. The best way to do this is have your car charged all the way up like you've just driven it home from work. Close all the doors, turn everything off, the trunk, shut everything. Now go ahead, one by one, pull your fuses out. Now, this comes, guys, this comes with an attachment that attaches onto here. It gets to a smaller one. I've got it off right now. But it goes and it makes for a smaller testing head so you can get into the smaller fuses besides these ones. Anyways, so you go ahead and pull your fuses out and check them one by one. Well, we've got no draw on that one. After you've checked every one, you're going to find something eventually. Now, some of you might be very good at using a multimeter. We can use a multimeter. I've got one here, but this makes it so much easier. I'll get into this device here in a minute. So, we're testing fuses one by one. Eventually, you're going to find a drain on one of these. Now, where you go from there, let me tell you. On some of these fuse panel covers, underneath, you've got labels on here that tell you exactly what fuse does what and what it controls. Now, something to remember, folks. 9 times out of 10, a single fuse controls at least one or more, exactly, maybe even 3 different electronics in the vehicle for one fuse. So make sure when you're looking at that, you're like, okay, this number 1 right here, it's a 10 amp fuse. It controls the dome lights, the horn, and the backup lights. Well, it could be any one of those 3. So then, after you've diagnosed and figured out that it's one of those 3, then you can start your search and go between those 3 items, so on and so forth. But like I said, you're going to want to test every single one of these and see where your draw's at, and you will eventually see a draw. There shouldn't be any draw, guys. When the vehicle is off, there shouldn't be any serious draw. It should be all turned off. Everything should be just flatline like it is. Now, you might have an alarm draw or ECM draw, but it shouldn't be anything substantial. When you start getting an amp or 2 or something like that, major draw, you've got something wrong. So, that's one way to diagnose. Maybe you've got an old hot rod or something you don't care about diagnosing. You just want it to start every time, and maybe you've been disconnecting the battery every night after you get done with it. I got something for you that you're going to like. You don't even have to pop the hood, pop the trunk, do whatever you have to do to get the battery. You don't even have to do that. Now, what you do, you put this snazzy little device on here. You can get this off Amazon for $58. This is a 500 amp remote control cutoff switch. Comes with 2 remotes, on and off. What you do with this is you hook this up just like so. So this replaces that. It goes into this box and there's a big switch inside there. Then you put your battery cable on here. This goes on to the positive side, just like so. I can get that to stay in there. This will go on the negative side, just like so. Now, let's say we've got the hood shut. You haven't driven this vehicle in, I don't know, maybe a week or 2. Now all of a sudden, get this so it makes contact here. Now we're not, I can't do this with one hand, but there we go. Okay. Now, let's back to it. Let's say you've come to this rig after it's been sitting for a week, the battery's flat. Instead of popping the hood, connecting the battery cable, doing this like you've been doing it for that long period of time, and you want to keep driving it, but you don't want to spend the money to fix it, this is your answer right here. On, off, on, off. It controls the whole power system to the whole car. Basically is a big switch, just like disconnecting the battery cable. This is the perfect way to always have a charged battery when you need it. Not to mention, it serves as the best anti-theft device out there. You can leave the keys in the damn car and nobody would steal it. They wouldn't know what they're looking at. They look under the hood and they go, oh geez, that looks like a damn GPS. So, look into getting one of these guys. If you've got any questions or comments you want to leave to me about these boxes, I love these boxes. I've got a couple on my pieces of machinery up at work, and we use them like that, just the same, because these machines, they don't have any keys. They just got on and off switches. The best thing to have. Plus, the machine won't have any kind of draw on it, especially in the winter we don't use them. Good thing to have. Get on Amazon and get yourself one. Even if you don't need one, get one, because you'll eventually need one, and you'll use it, and you'll love it. Like I said, if you've got any comments or questions about how to test for a power parasite or a constant draw, leave me a comment. Go ahead and send me an email. Hope this helps.